It's been said that history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. I think that was Mark Twain. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is the Doug TenNapel channel. Many of you who have subscribed, you're getting these videos sent to you each day, so thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you never miss an episode. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. When I say that history repeats itself, I'm thinking back to when I was in 8th grade. This is 1980. Ronald Reagan won the election against Jimmy Carter, and Jimmy Carter presented weakness for 4 years, from 1976 to 1980. Suddenly, the Iran hostage crisis. There was a bunch of hostages. Reagan made a threat, made sure it was clear that they knew that if the hostages weren't home by the time he got in office, there'd be trouble. So once Reagan won that 1980 election, that's back in November of 1979, Iran magically decided to release the hostages. I don't know if it was how many there were, but it was a lot. Now you have a similar thing with Hezbollah, having a whole bunch of hostages, many of them still American. And we're going to find out if we can get them released by January 20th of 2025, when Donald Trump takes office. Listen to this tweet. This is bold and blunt and appropriate. Here's an official, Donald Trump on X. Everybody is talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East, but it's all talk and no action. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 20th of 2025, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, there will be, all caps, all hell to pay in the Middle East. And for those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity, those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has ever been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. Release the hostages now. This is not just a threat. Trump has to say this and say it hard and say it in a way that they believe. In other words, if he doesn't intend to do something about it, he would not be talking this way. So now the Middle East, and specifically the Hezbollah leadership that are probably reporting to Iran, have something very difficult to wonder. Because before Biden left office, they were talking about sanctioning Netanyahu, Israel, that is blaming the victim. And Trump comes in with a totally different. Now the question is, will they release him by January 20th? This is a weird prediction of mine, but I believe they absolutely will, because Trump actually means what he says. And he's going specifically after the leadership. Now, any leader, that includes Iran, who's remotely involved in the taking of these hostages and coordinating the effort, planning it, covering up for them, providing weapons for them and their defense, they should be shaking in their boots right now, because it's coming down. He will release them. We just had another one of the hostages we found out died recently, another American hostage. The fact that this already was allowed to take place under the Biden regime shows how weak, feckless, and anti-American they are. You're going to see now the flexing of power by Trump. It's not being proud. He's not being a jerk. He's doing what must be done to save those lives, and weakness invites hostage taking. And Trump's bluster, his anger, his being slightly off, where they go, this guy's crazy, we don't know what he'll do. It serves to our benefit, because we're going to get those hostages back. That's my prediction. I'm Doug in Exile. Let us know in the comments below what your prediction is.